Good morning students, welcome to science class. Today we will start our first chapter that is our environment. Before starting this chapter, I'll explain the meaning of environment. This word environment derives from the French word envire. It means everything that surrounds us. What is meaning of environment? Everything around us is known as environment. We see a variety of plants, animals around us. They may be similar or different depending on the geographical and climatic conditions. As you know that there are a lot of plants and animals around us. Some plants and animals look similar and some looks different. And it depends on climatic conditions. Climatic means weather. It depends on weather. Living objects do not live in isolations. Living objects, isolation means alone. Living objects do not live alone. They interact with each other and also with non-living surrounding in which they live. As a result, both plants and animals get adapted to their surrounding. Living object depends on non-living object. Like for example, we human being, we are living and we depend on non-living object like soil, water, air. Without water we can't survive, and you know that water is a non-living. So we living object depend on a non-living object. In this chapter we will explain about living and non-living component. We find that there are two types of objects in our surrounding. Plants and animals, including human beings, form the living component. They are also called biotic component. Now question arises, what are biotic component? Then what will you say? This is your extra question. What are biotic components? Biotic means living component. What is the meaning of biotic? Biotic means a living component. And give example of biotic component. Plants, animals, human beings, these all are living and are known as biotic component. But air, water, soil, light, temperature, these are non-living component, are called abiotic components. Abiotic means non-living component. So question will arise, this is your extra question, what are abiotic components? Then you will say abiotic means non-living components. And example of non-living components are air, water, soil, light, temperature. These are abiotic components. Both biotic and abiotic components taken together to form our environment. In our environment, both components are important for us, biotic as well as abiotic components. That means living as well as non-living components. So we will discuss about biotic as well as abiotic component one by one. So now we will discuss about biotic environment. Living organism, that is all plants and animals including humans, form the biotic environment. Let us try to understand its different component one by one. As you know that plants and animals including humans, they form a biotic component. So we will discuss about plants. First component, plant. Other name of plant is a producer. What is other name of plant? Plant is also known as a producers. We all know that plants like other organisms need food. All green plants have the coloring matter called chlorophyll. The chlorophyll which is present in the leaves absorb energy from the sunlight. This energy is used to prepare food. For this, plants also use carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and water, minerals from the soil. This process of preparing food by the plants is called photosynthesis. The following equation represent this process. What is given in this? Plants are known as producers. Why plants are known as producers? Because plants prepare their own food by using chlorophyll, carbon dioxide, water and minerals. As you know that green plants can prepare their food by using chlorophyll, sunlight, carbon dioxide, water and minerals. So green plants are known as a producer. Now what is extra question in this? Name the pigment which is present in green leaves. Then what will your answer? Chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is the green pigment which is present in leaves which help to prepare their food. Next, photosynthesis equation is given to you. What is given in this equation? Carbon dioxide plus water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll converted into glucose and oxygen. That means green plant use carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, water from the soil. By using sunlight and chlorophyll, they convert carbon dioxide and water into glucose, and oxygen is released in atmosphere, which is used by human being. As you know that we need oxygen for a breathing purpose, for respiration also. The green plants which prepare their own food are called producers or autotroph. Now, what is meaning of autotroph? Auto means self, troph means food. As you know that green plants can prepare their own food, so green plants are called producers or autotrophs. Next, animals. Animal are also comes in category of biotic component because animals are also living component. And what is other name of animals? Consumer. Okay, this is your extra question. Write other name of consumer. So other name of consumer will be animals. Animals cannot prepare their own food. They have to depend on plants for their food. They are called consumers or heterotrophs. What is other name of consumer? Heterotroph. And what is the meaning of heterotroph? Hetero means other and troph means food. As you know that animals cannot prepare their own food. Animals depend on plants for their food. So these are called consumers. Consumers or heterotrophs. And what is the meaning of hetero? Hetero means other and troph means food, which depend on others for food requirement are called heterotroph. So other question can arise is that what are heterotrophic animals? Then you will write heterotrophic animals are those who cannot prepare their own food. Now come to page number 3. All animals feed on green plants either directly or indirectly. Animals like cattle, goat directly eat plants like grass and fodder. They are called primary consumers or herbivores. Now question arises, what are primary consumers or herbivores? Primary consumer means primary consumers are those which feed on green plants and on green plants only. Primary consumers are those which feed on green plants, or you can say which depend on green plants only. And example of primary consumers are like cattle, cow and goat. These are primary consumers. Why these are known as primary consumers? Because they depend on green plants. Animals like tiger, lion feed on these herbivores. In other words, they hunt and eat cattle, goat, etc. Such consumers which feed on plants indirectly are called secondary consumers. Now question arises, what are secondary consumers? Secondary consumers are those which depend on primary consumers, which eat primary consumers. Primary consumer means cow and goat. Which eat cow and goat are called secondary consumers or carnivores. Example of secondary consumers are tiger, lion. These are secondary consumers, or you can say carnivores. Or extra question can come, what are herbivore animals or carnivores? Herbivores are those animals which depend on green plants, and carnivores are those which eat other animals are called carnivores. There are some animals which feed on both producers as well as primary consumers are called omnivores. Now question arises, what are omnivores? Omnivores are those animals which eat both plants and animals. There are 3 questions given to you. First is, what are herbivores, carnivores and omnivores? Herbivores are those animals which eat green plants, and carnivores are those animals which eat other animals, and omnivores are those animals which eat both plant as well as animals. Animals like bear, pigs, etc. are omnivores. These are example of omnivorous animals. Example, bear and pig. We human beings are also omnivores. Why we are Omnivores because some human beings eat plants as well as some other animals. So human beings are also coming category of omnivores. Next is the microorganism decomposers. This is also example of a biotic component. Biotic means living. Now question arises, what are microorganisms? Micro means small. It is clear from its name, micro. Micro means not seen by naked eye. Naked means without instrument we cannot see. To see a microorganism we need a microscope. In addition to producers and consumers, there are some organisms which derive their food from dead and decaying plants. Now question arises, from where microorganism take its food? Microorganism depend on dead and decaying plants and animals. Converts dead plants and animals into minerals. Mix these minerals into soil and then again used by plants. This process is called recycling of minerals, or you can say that microorganisms help in recycling of minerals. How microorganisms help in recycling of minerals? By mixing the dead plants and animals into soil again. What decomposers do? Decomposers convert dead plants and animals into minerals again, and these minerals mix with soil and help in recycling of minerals. Fungi and bacteria are the organisms that help in decomposition. Microorganism. Which organism? Fungi and bacteria. These are two microorganisms that help in decomposition. Microorganisms like fungi and bacteria that help in decomposition. What is the meaning of decomposition? Decompose means break down. What is meaning of decomposition? It means break down. These are so small that they cannot be seen with naked eye. They are called microorganisms. As you know that these microorganisms are so small and cannot be seen with naked eye. Naked means without instrument we cannot see these organisms. So these organisms are known as microorganisms. Animals and birds like jackals, crows, vulture, kites, these consumes dead bodies of animals. This process help in keeping the environment clean. They are called scavengers. Some animals and birds, they help in keeping the environment clean, like crow, vulture, kite, jackals. They eat dead bodies of animals. So they are known as scavengers. Now question arises, if dead organisms are not decomposed, then what will happen? If dead organisms are not decomposed, their number will go on increasing and there will be no space left for the living organisms. And if organisms are not decomposed, then there will become a heap of dead bodies and there will be no space for us, for living organisms. So these decomposers, that means microorganisms, are important for us to keeping the environment clean. Some bacteria present in air, water and soil can cause various diseases. Some microorganisms are useful for us, but some microorganisms are not beneficial. They are harmful for us. Why? Because these bacteria present in air, water and soil, they are harmful for us because they can create a lot of disease to us. So today your work is, beta, you have to learn and write extra question which I discussed in this chapter. That is example of biotic component, abiotic component, and photosynthesis equation, consumers, definition of autotrophs, heterotrophs, and microorganisms with example, and definition of herbivores, omnivores and carnivores animals with example. You have to write and learn these questions. Write this question in fair notebook, beta. Okay, have a nice day.